Hi guys, this week's Laser Talk is a Richard Donner film, and no, it's not The Goonies. We're starting off October with a horror film, The Omen, a 70s classic, and this is a CBS Fox pan and scan re-release of the original magnetic video release, improved as far as picture and sound, but nothing too extraordinary. There are better releases out there, especially some nice letterbox releases, but this was a serviceable release, definitely, and it works for the time. Even though it is pan and scan visually, it looks fine for a 70s horror movie. One thing that I do like about this film, and I always compare it to The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby, there are so many films from the early to mid 70s, horror films in particular, that really take that sort of devil approach, use biblical prophecy. That was definitely a thing for that time, between that and slasher flicks like Halloween and things like that. That trend, and on top of it, there seemed to be a decent trend in the 70s. I like a lot of 70s horror films, partially because even within some of the slasher pictures, something like the first Halloween, which is my favorite in that series by a lot, for a lot of them it's not all about the gore, it's not all about the obsessive violence, it's not all about the frightening monster itself. And that can be good, and there are many films that do a very good job with that, but there are a lot from this time period, and I really put this up there as one of those that does a better job with it, where it really tells a great and interesting story, and it can be terrifying without being outright horrifying. There's something interesting and fascinating about this through the directing and everyone's acting performance. Gregory Peck does a really good job, and Jerry Goldsmith's musical score. It really presents an atmosphere and a story that really holds up to the fascination with the terrifying without being just an outright gore fest or something that is truly frightening. And as far as modern movies with jump scares and that type of thing, there's something fascinating about it that makes you keep coming back, something about the story that holds a little more weight and is a horror movie. This, and again, The Exorcist, because those are probably my two favorite from the time period, and two that I think really fit what I'm saying the most, where it makes you think about the story after you've watched the movie. Going away from a horror movie, a lot of times you still are left with that lingering feeling of dread and fear, and whatever fear that really brought up within you and provoked, whether it's something tied to a particular fear that you have and that type of thing. But these two, I think, really hold up in that it makes you think about things beyond just the fear itself.